Welcome to Parev TV. Today's guest is Gaiane Khachatryan, who is the recently appointed Vice President of Development of the American University of Armenia. She's stationed in California. It is truly a great honor for me to talk to her and also to bring to the public all the news and the good news of the American University of Armenia. Obviously, there is a history behind this institution. There is an impact it has had on the Armenian people, a diaspora in Armenia, and also the future, which is very, very important to discuss. But one thing I know about the American University of Armenia, at least two things, which everybody should know, and that is the American University of Armenia, AUA, was founded the same day as Armenia declared independence, so September 21st, 1991. Another very important thing that we should all know, it was based on the contribution of the University of California, the Louis Simon AGBU, and the Armenian government. These three groups were instrumental in moving this institution forward. And now we turn to Gaiane. If there's anything left, Gaiane, especially how did it start? Can you capture the history of the university? Thank you very much.
Sure, and thank you, Vartan, for this opportunity. Thank you very much. Well, the inspiration behind the American University of Armenia was the devastating earthquake in Armenia, December 7, 1988, when three visionary philanthropists came together and they felt that the most meaningful way to make an impact in Armenia at the time would be the establishment of a Western side educational institution of higher learning in the heart of Armenia and kind of bring hope to the country in the face of a tragedy. And those philanthropists were Dr. Mihran Ababian of the University of Southern California, Dr. Armenia V.P Gaiane, University of California, Berkeley, both professors of earthquake engineering, and Dr. Stepan Karamarzian, the Dean of the Business School at the University of California, Irvine. So it didn't take them too long to turn that vision into a reality. And AUA stood strong as a symbol of strength and continues to make a remarkable impact in Armenia. As you highlighted, the institution was founded in 1991. September of 1991, when Armenia declared independence from the former Soviet Union. And despite the fact that there were many changes, challenges, economic and political changes in the country at the time, the Ministry of Education and Sciences was quite supportive of establishment of such institutions. So that was very helpful. Mm-hmm. And as you highlighted, AGBU was instrumental in founding AUA. Early on, the organization agreed to underwrite the major share of the operational expenses and later on established an endowment fund for AUA, encouraging its donors to support the growth and development of the institution. And yes, Luis, Manuk, and Simon, very instrumental, critical role she played for the founding of AUA. She was the first responder in providing the major initial funding to kind of hit the ground running. So, and I want to highlight also the US government that supported AUA through a $9.5 million gift as an endowment. And to date, annually, the university receives grants from USAID, ASHA, Armenian schools and hospitals abroad, and on competitive basis. Last but not least, University of California affiliation is one of the highlights of our institution, and several of our board of trustees are either acting or retired high-level academics from the University of California system, and including our chairman of the board. So,
you know, there's so much history, and I recently finished reading this book, the AUA by Miran Arbabi. I'm sure you know about this. And there's so much details about the university, which is very, very impressive. It has not been linear. There's been a lot of waves they had to overcome. Could you tell me about the impact this AUA has had on Armenia and Armenian society and Armenian diaspora?
Of course. Well, we always say that AUA is the best investment that diaspora has ever made in the country. And that's true because we prepare the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs and learners and change agents of the country. And while it started with 100 students in the class of 93 enrolled in 3 graduate programs, and AUA in general started as a graduate university. But today we are welcoming annually close to 2,000 students enrolled in 9 graduate programs and 5 undergrad programs. And the undergraduate program was instituted in 2013, so it's relatively new. Mm-hmm. At least close to 60, a little over 60 of our alumni are currently serving in the government, in the Armenian government, in various roles. And about 20% are in leadership roles for profit organizations. Close to 150 are entrepreneurs running their own businesses. Over 70% are employed in Armenia. I know diaspora always asks what percentage of your alumni stays in Armenia. It's close to 65-70% in Armenia, and the remaining of our alumni who leave the country, they still stay connected with the homeland and the university as well. And I have to say, AUA is the only institution that has an alumni endowment fund that was initiated by our class of 93. And they continue building this fund that supports our students annually, those students who are in financial need, so through scholarship. So we take a lot of pride in our alumni. Well, I also want to highlight that Armenia is rapidly growing, right? So AUA is expanding to meet the needs of the country. And since its inception, the institution was committed to need-blind admissions policy. And that means that every student that is admitted to AUA based on their academic qualifications, they will have the opportunity to attend regardless of their financial capacity. So that opens the institution to economically diverse group of students. It emphasizes our core values that AUA is not just for elite, it's whoever who is qualified, wishes to learn, can absolutely do so at AUA. And you can imagine how heavily reliant we are on diaspora's support to be able to sustain that need-blind admissions policy and give opportunity to every deserving student to have access to quality education. For that matter, we established 2 very critical campaigns to build our scholarship endowment fund. One is, and that kind of resonates what's happening today in Armenia, investing in our veterans' education. Mm-hmm. When our male students are admitted to AUA, after the 1 year of studies, their education is put on hold because they're required to go have served 2 years in the military. Mm-hmm. And when they come back, AUA welcomes them with open arms. And the least we can do to express our appreciation is providing them scholarships. And not just scholarship, also some counseling services, because many come very traumatized. I have to highlight that when the 2016 4-day war started in Armenia, in Artsakh region, at least 20 of the students, AUA students, were serving in the army in Karabakh at the time. And while they survived, their traumatic experiences stayed with them for a long time. And when they were back, we welcomed them with open arms, with love and care and the support they needed to succeed. And several of them graduated this year and with a diploma and a job in hand. So that's a very impactful campaign that we initiated to support. And another one I want to mention is today, I think technology innovation is very much developing in Armenia, and we want to see equal participation of all members of the society. So we launched this campaign named Yes, Armenian Women Can, to encourage more women to go into the field of technology, degrees in computer science, engineering, data science. And 43% of our students that are majoring in these degrees today are female students. Mm-hmm. And that's an incredible number if you compare what's happening in the United States. So the goal is 2.5 million to build an endowment. And once we reach that goal, up to 100 female students will benefit from this scholarship support annually in perpetuity. I always, as we promote this campaign, I always quote from a renowned Armenian poet, Hovannes Shiraz, who described the Armenian woman as he said, she's like a glass. When you break, it's hard to put all the pieces together. While today we do recognize that historic vulnerability, at AUA, we're trying to create a platform where we can bring the strengths and the talent of the Armenian woman so that her image doesn't come to mind as this vulnerable glass, but rather this strong, precious stone that is shining, that is very talented, and a woman of an incredible potential and a commitment. Mm-hmm. So those are some of the programs that we offer at AUA, and we're just giving an opportunity to every deserving student that is eager to learn.
Gaiane, I've read about you, and I've heard that you have a very strong ability to maintain relationships with donors. You're a very good PR person, and let me also mention here that you are a founding member of Iowa, I believe, right?
Yes, Iowa, San Francisco, Armenian International Women's.
Very good. So you've done your share for the women in California too. You know, every time I think of AUA, I also think of AUB. You must have heard of the American University in Beirut. And today in our community, I will say with no hesitation that the finest of the Armenian doctors and intellectuals are graduates of AUB. And we should come, so all I'm saying is the importance of the university, AUA, will be as important as AUB was for a set generation who grew up in Lebanon after the genocide. I know you were also involved in the 100 Pillars of AUA, and there are similar fundraising campaigns. Is there anything in focusing on endowment, scholarship, basically money that needs to be raised for the school? What are some of the developments in that area?
Sure. Well, the big picture drives all that we do in Armenia, and as I highlighted, we are here to prepare the next generation of leaders of the country. So with the appointment of our new president, Dr. Corinne Markides, the vision is quite strong. We are about to embark on a very challenging and exciting at the same time journey of launching the 200 AUA Changemakers campaign. So we will launch it next week. And we're looking for 200 philanthropic leaders who will partner with AUA to promote a new model of education, higher education at AUA, and as we cultivate the 21st century agents of change in Armenia, this 200 visionary philanthropists will support us in preparing the next generation of global thinkers and the leaders for Armenia. How do we want to do that? We want to promote research to our new open centers of excellence in artificial intelligence, transformative health solutions. We have systematic leadership and governance, I have my notes here. We have our innovation advancement, sustainable natural environment. So we will bridge international conversations between the diaspora and Armenia. And bringing, we aim to connect the knowledge, resources, and experts, promote the research, as well as collaborations and teaching in disciplines, across disciplines. I think this will help to bring, to give more visibility to AUA, and then kind of also long run put Armenia on the new map. The potential for AUA is just undeniable, and today's change makers of AUA will help us prepare the change agents of tomorrow. How you become a change maker, one is asked to commit to $5,000 annually for 5 years with a total commitment of $25,000. And as a recognition, we will recognize, we will display the names of the 200 change makers on the bridge that connects the Paramas Avedisian building with the main building, AUA. And they will be invited to exclusive events in the United States, in Armenia, annual retreat on campus, and of course, impact report and also VIP tickets to our commencement ceremony. We also added that component. So I hope we will be successful in this campaign. The 100 pillars that you mentioned, we completed that campaign in 2019. So, and they're the foundation. We're hoping now the children of the 100 pillars will be the continuing what their parents started. And we have to build the next generation of philanthropies that will support AUA long run.
Gaiane, you know, Armenia had so far 4 presidents, Miran Aghbabian, Haruchun Armenian, Bruce Abogosyan, and Armen Dergurerian. And you just mentioned the new president, Karin Merkides. Could you tell us something about the present president?
Sure. Dr. Karin Merkides comes from the University of Chalmers Technology. And she's been a guest president at Stanford University. She completed her degree from doctorate degree from the Stockholm University, and also she served as the chair of the Scientific Council for Sustainable Development under Swedish government. She's a chemist by profession, and we're very excited and she's the first female actually president that we've ever had, and non-Armenian. So it's very interesting. Like I said, the vision is bold, and we're very supportive of her vision, and we look forward to working with her and taking AUA to new heights.
You know, I've heard so much about her, and maybe one day we could also interview her to hear about her vision of the AUA, and I'm sure it's a very bright one. Is there anything in closing, Gaiane?
Well, I always close with, anytime I have an interview again, AUA is the best investment in Armenia. I think our students, our alumni are the ones who are going to build the Armenia that we are all dreaming about. And that's an Armenia that is prosperous. It's Armenia that is healthier, stronger, and most importantly, sustainable.
And it has more people like you, we hope.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the interview, and good luck in all your future undertakings.
Thank you for this opportunity, Vartan. Appreciate it.